In the past 2 days, I've had several conversations with people about chicks that they bought from big box stores or hatcheries and how they got them home and lost like 50% of them. And I'm here to tell you that in general, that is not normal. We know that sometimes things happen with chicks, but usually when I raise my own chicks at home, I don't lose chicks like that. In general, when I start to see losses in my chicks is usually when I introduce them to soil, when sometimes they come into contact with coccidia. Coccidia, in my experience, is like the #1 killer of baby chicks. And we're talking like younger baby chicks, younger than 12 weeks. My theory with chicks passing more easily when they come from stores and hatcheries, I believe it's likely due to the stress of shipping, to the stress of the environment in the stores. With so many people in and out, they're probably exposed to a lot more things. And also, my concern is when people get them home, what the brooder setups look like, that they have too much or not enough heat, that the red light from the heat lamp is causing the chicks stress, that they don't have clean water, clean, pure, fresh water, and perhaps maybe what they're being fed. Chicks need to be fed chick starter crumbles, and my personal theory is to feed unmedicated feed until they get introduced to the soil and then start to consider treatment for coccidia. A couple things to keep in mind about chicks that you're buying from stores: they're probably vaccinated, and I don't know what the feed stores are feeding them. Typically in those big box stores, you see chicks being kept under heat lamps. I use brooder plates. I believe that brooder plates more closely mimic mama hens. And if you'll notice, when you have chicks that are hatched by broody hens, those chicks are not under that broody hen all the time. They don't need to be hot all the time. They just need the ability to get warm when they want to. And they also, really importantly, need the ability to get out of that heat when they want to. Like, it's been 50 degrees here for the past couple days. I have chicks that just hatched out last week under a broody hen. And on these 50-degree days, they're out hopping around, eating and drinking normally. They're not underneath that mama hen all the time. So that's another reason why I think chicks get lost, is because the heat in the brooder is too much for baby chicks and they can't get out of it. Not to mention that red light from the heat lamp all the time is super, super unnatural. Like even more unnatural than hatching chicks out of an incubator and not under a broody hen. I think that it is very stressful for them to have that red light on them all the time, which is just another reason why brooder plates set at the right height. You want the brooder plate to be at a height where the chicks can kind of get underneath it and like tuck underneath it and sort of stand with their backs up against the heat, and where they could lay down if they wanted to, but so that they could be under the brooder plate and not touch it, but also stand up and touch it if they want to. I had a woman today tell me that the hatchery suggested to her that she offer her chicks sugar in the water in place of like electrolytes, and this is literally the first I've ever heard that. I have heard of things like magic water, which is like a combination of raw unfiltered honey, minced garlic, apple cider vinegar, organic, and like fresh purified water, mixing that together and giving it to baby chicks, or like probiotics and electrolytes, but I've never heard of sugar water. Personally, in my baby chicks, I just give fresh, clean water, and I would give magic water in an instance, maybe if I had shipped chicks and I felt like they needed a little bit of a boost, but only in an instance where I felt like I needed to do something to boost their immune system, or they were weak and lethargic, would I give them extra above and beyond vitamins and electrolytes. Of course, these are just my theories and my experience, and I would invite you to continue to do your own research to figure out what's going to be best for you on your farm, because it's different. Our location plays a big part in what's best for us on our farm and what kinds of parasites we deal with, what sort of bacteria are in our soil, and how we need to treat our flock accordingly.